Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the final countdown. The last hour of qualification for SHOUTcraft America Winter, brought to you by Ting.com, is on its way. There are now 59 minutes remaining for players to qualify for this final American tournament of the year. An online, I wouldn't say invitational, qualificational, what I like to call it, based entirely on their ladder performance. They've had about 3 weeks to a month to really get themselves into those prime positions on the American ladder in order to get in. Only the top 7, plus the champion of the original SHOUTcraft America, My Insanity Kane, will enter this tournament. It will be an 8-man tournament. It's going to be a best of 5, single elimination bracket, $5,000 prize pool, contributed by Ting.com on the line. If you want to check out what Ting.com is all about, head over to shoutcraft.ting.com. That is shoutcraft.ting.com in order to check out their phone services. They've got some really great stuff going on. They're actually an American mobile phone carrier, and you can get a discount if you head through that. So thank you very much for supporting the tournament, Ting.com. You have been fantastic to work with so far. Hopefully we'll put on a great event for you on the weekend. If you want to know when that's going live, that is going to be the 7th and the 8th of this month. That being this weekend, Saturday and Sunday. We'll be aiming to start things off in the round of 8, hopefully after Asus ROG NorthCon finishes, but it might overlap a little bit with the finals, which is kind of going to suck, but it's round of 8. We don't want to push it too late because then the Europeans can't watch, so you can certainly understand the situation we're in there. For Sunday, we shouldn't be competing with anything, which will be great, so we can go all the way through the day, and I will be co-casting the tournament alongside Greg Idra-Fields, who, of course, did a fantastic job with the original SHOUTcraft America with his analysis and dry snark, which I certainly appreciate. Okay, so what's the situation right now? We have a set of players that are pretty safe, yeah? Very, very safe. And then we've got a bunch of guys that are maybe not so safe. It's getting a little bit scary for them. In particular, Suppy. Suppy right now is the target. Let's have a look at that ladder and see exactly what's going on here. And what we're going to be doing as well is we're going to have a look at a couple of streams that are currently live, including Cats and Minigun stream. Minigun being one of the biggest chasers for a spot in this tournament. Okay. XSplit, I hate you so much. It's just like, yeah, let's switch. Oh, I may have actually changed the hotkeys around, but never mind. Give me a moment. That is just so infuriating. Like, why would you do that to me, XSplit? Why? I think I maybe changed the settings around. There we go. Yes, I changed it to num keys. Very cool. Alright, this is the Grandmaster ladder in the US right now. Bear in mind, only Americans, Canadians, and pretty much anyone in the continental Americas, that includes South American countries, Mexico, things like that, even the outlying islands, are eligible for this, or players with a green card or equivalent, or players with a valid work visa. That means that players like DeMuslim are eligible. So, who is currently eligible? Well, that's Millennium 4GG. He's a Korean living in France. No, he is not eligible. Currently in basically an unbeatable spot right now is Team Aces Scarlet, who briefly fell out of the top 8 for a little while around the time that when she was playing IEM Singapore, but was able to shoot right back up again, and is basically untouchable. Also untouchable right now is Major, who did not get to play in SHOUTcraft America. He was actually playing for Team 8 over in Korea at that time as a B-teamer. They're now known as Jin Air Green Wings. So he had a lot of practice over in Korea. He is considered probably right now to be the best foreign Terran player on the planet. Root Masa. Bit of a surprise. Like, he's going to be one of the only guys. Yeah, he really is. He's going to be one of the only players to come back from SHOUTcraft America and actually qualify twice. Root Masa did qualify. He didn't do amazingly well in the round of 16. I've got to say, he did underperform, but he is right back here with a very strong position that's going to be very difficult to get rid of. Scarecrow, as far as we're aware, is not eligible. Pretty sure that's a Korean player or a Smurf. Huck, he's in there as well. Admittedly, people are chasing him, as you can see right here. So currently we have Scarlet, Major, Masa, Huck. That's 4 players. Hitman, bit of a surprising entry. He's played more games than anybody else here, aside from maybe Cats, as you can see here, who is hasn't quite caught up with here. He's from Team SYF, sponsored by TT Esports, as you can see. He's a Protoss player. I've been told he's quite all-in-ish, actually. He's got some really powerful all-ins. He all-ins a lot on ladder. Let's see if that actually helps him out in the best-of-5 format in the tournament. So he's a bit of an unknown quantity going to this event. DeMuslim. These are the danger zones right here. These guys are on the verge of sort of being knocked out, as you can see. So you got Scarlet Major Massa, Huck, that's 4. Hitman, 5. DeMuslim, Suppy, and that is it. Because it doesn't go down all the way to 8, because, of course, we have Kane, our champion from the first SHOUTcraft America, getting an automatic buy into this tournament. It's the way the SHOUTcraft works. We've always done that. We're going to keep doing that. DeMuslim and Suppy are the two at the bottom there. Apparently, by the way, Scarecrow is actually a smurf for Huck. So, just in case Huck really wanted to solidify, you don't get 2 entries in the bracket, Huck. I'm sorry, it doesn't work that way. But he has not broken the rules. He's totally eligible. DeMuslim and Suppy are right now in the danger zone. Suppy in particular is the chase target. Minigun is coming up close behind him. Minigun with 1 good win could pass Suppy and knock him out of the qualification. Both of them are going to have to play. And DeMuslim might have to too. He's only 2 points. Only 2 points ahead of Suppy at this stage. This could change at any time. So right now the chasers are Cats and Minigun. Cats is going to have a tough job. Xenocide is here as well. We're pretty sure QXE is out of the running at this stage. Puck can't really get there. It's unlikely. So for the last 50 minutes, the guys in the game are Xenocider, Cats, Minigun, Suppy, and possibly even DeMuslim. These are the guys who are in contention right now for these 2 final spots right here. Now, the best place to keep track of everything that's going on is actually the live report thread over on Team Liquid. If you go to tournaments, you'll see Ting.com sponsors SHOUTcraft America. It's being updated by Green Dots, who is doing a phenomenal job of keeping track of this ladder. The ladder is changing all the time, and there are great players also playing and streaming. Suppy apparently just beat Cats, by the way. Just getting a live result in there. We should be able to actually reset the ladder. Yeah, I know. I'm silver. I'm sorry, guys. I didn't ladder for like 3 months. I placed in silver and I hadn't played since. I'm going to get back to where I was, I promise. That puts Suppy there. That knocks Cats all the way down here. Apparently that hasn't updated, because that should have given Suppy points to put him ahead of DeMuslim. So that's something that may not have updated as of yet, but I've been told that Suppy just beat Cats. So that's a pretty big deal. But Minigun is still hot on the heels of these two. This is where the fighting is happening. There's so few points in it. Hitman could even get knocked out. Huck right now is pretty safe, but not that safe. He may have to play another couple of games, but it's a risk. It's a real risk to do that, because if you do play a game and you lose, you put yourself in an even worse position. The only guys who are really safe right now are these 3, Scarlet, Major, and Massa. It's going to be very hard to knock them out, but everyone else, well, this is still fair game. Cats and Xenocider are chasing. They're very far behind in terms of points. It would be very hard for Xenocider to get up that high, gotta say. But it's crazy. Absolutely crazy right now. Can I say? Minigun is... he's getting there. He is getting there. Apparently, Cats just beat Suppy. Hang on, I've been told something different. We're going to go check the streams out, I think. That sounds like a good idea. So, if you just give me a moment, I will switch it over. We're going to also have a look at the live report thread as we go. With 50 minutes remaining here on the qualification. Cats, in fact, did beat Suppy. And I think they're playing again by the looks of it, according to the thread at this stage. Let's go watch. Sounds like a good idea. Yeah, Cats did beat Suppy. Alright, cool. We're going to have a look at it. So I'm going to bring up Cat's stream. I assume Suppy is not streaming. So we're going to bring up Cat's stream. We're going to watch him. See how this one goes. Hoping this doesn't lag. That would be nice. Please work the way that it's supposed to. Apparently he's not playing right now, so yeah, I guess he did just win. Alright, we're gonna have a quicker look at the ladder then. See what we can find. Apparently Minigun is tactically searching for opponents, so I've been told. Let's have another look at the ladder and see if it updated. Because if Cats just beat Suppy, that could put Suppy in a really dangerous position here. Well, it's not reflected on the ladder yet, which is pretty annoying. You'd think that would update, actually. It's really confusing. If you look at this right now, you'll note that Cats beating Suppy should have knocked Suppy down in points, but it hasn't. As you can see. Suppy was on 1174 before, so it's a little confusing that this ladder is not updating quickly enough. I'm going to try SC2 ranks and see if they update any quicker. Oh, man. This is getting tense. This is getting really tense. So I'm going to go find a player who's playing, and we'll see if we can commentate from their stream, see what's going on. All right, Katz is in game. Katz is against Suppy. He's against Suppy right now, yet again. I'm very curious to know exactly... We really don't need to... Yeah, let's get some old music, something a bit more appropriate. Let's put some Killer Instinct on again. There we go. Very lovely. Ah, apparently Suppy might have had bonus pool. Interesting. I'd be surprised. They were laddering really hard right now. Current separation still puts Suppy as the target right now. I am checking the ladder on the website right now, which is apparently updated more. Suppy's below the Muslim. Katz... I guess Suppy didn't lose anything from that. That is possible. I mean, it's possible not to lose any points. So, it looks like Katz is gaining rapidly. Minigun coming up behind him as well. Suppy lost points from his bonus pool. So, there you go. Alright. We're watching Katz versus Suppy right now. I will attempt to cast off of Katz's view here. That's going to be pretty difficult, but I'll do my best. So, you're going to have to forgive the visual fidelity here. We need to switch over to... Stream capture window. There we go. Okay, cool. Alright. So we can close that. Katz versus Suppy. This could be a nasty decider. This could get really, really scary. Alright, so... That's a hatch before spawning pool right there. No gas taken for Katz as of yet. This is pretty intense for these guys. Like, this could very much decide it. If Suppy loses again, he's in real risk of losing that spot. DeMuslim's only a couple points behind as well. I really hope DeMuslim gets back on ladder. If he thought his spot was safe, he is wrong. It is not safe whatsoever right now. So right now, the real runs, I think, have got to be Katz, Minigun. It's really pretty much Katz and Minigun, Suppy, and DeMuslim are in it right now. Also, big shout out to Puck, by the way, who unfortunately it looks like he will not be making his way in. Puck did a phenomenal job in SHOUTcraft America Season 1. He was, I believe, round of 4. He played phenomenally well. Unfortunately, he did not quite make it. Didn't quite have enough points to get there. Hey, it was tough this time around. We only invited 7 people instead of the 16 that we had previously, so it was a lot harder to get into. The competition was fierce because you had Huck, you had Scarlet, and Major all competing, which has left us with a phenomenal lineup. This tournament is going to be killer. I'm really excited about this. Alright, so Suppy versus Katz going on right now, and a Zerg versus Zerg. A little bit of an engagement going on right there. Ooh, sneaky micro-trickery from both, actually, which actually leaves Suppy with the slight edge on that one. Kat's going for the interception, gets one, but he doesn't actually take it out, unfortunately. Casting from a player perspective is very difficult. We'll try it. Get a nice appreciation for what these guys actually do. It's incredible seeing how fast they play as well. I know we've had a few guys actually tune in to streams today. They don't really watch StarCraft anymore. It's like, what's going on? It's so fast. It's like, yes, it is. Yes, it is so fast. It's goddamn great, isn't it? Watch more StarCraft. It's like watching 10 games of chess on crack. It's wonderful. Is that a Baneling Nest going up right there? I wonder if that's a front Baneling Nest or it's a Spine Crawler, because we see the Baneling Nest going up at the front here for Katz, which is more of a defensive play more so than anything else. Wants to try and fight up that ramp right here. Oh, man. Ooh. What did he just put down? I want observer mode. Why can't I spectate this damn thing? It would be actually really nice if we had, I suppose, a Riot-style way of doing that and have maybe a 5-10 minute delay. That would be pretty cool. I assume that's going to be a Roach Warren. I mean, that's the only thing of the right size here. Baneling Nest and Roach Warren at the front. Wow. That's pretty aggro. I gotta say. He doesn't have a huge amount of gas going for him right now. He's taking both his gas? Okay. No, it's an Everchamber. What am I talking about? This is hard, guys. I'm sorry. I was going to say, he's only got 1 gas. There's no way he's dropping down a Roach Warren. That's not going to happen for him. Couple of aggressive links. Speed is actually available for both sides right now. Attempted interception. Good scout there by Suppy. Seems to be getting... He's not stringing that many links across. Looks like both might actually end up taking their 3rd base. Neither of them going super aggressive at the moment. Especially with that evolution chamber up. It's not that likely that Katz wants to get aggressive. He's got to be the defender at this point. But that's assuming Suppy even wants to go for it. Dance to the overlords in the center of the map right there to see what they can see. Apparently, DeMuslim is online, according to Huck. He is ready. He is he's being very tactical. Because really, it is. If you lose, if you decide to ladder and you lose, as we saw with the previous SHOUTcraft America, you can lose your spot and you can never get it back. It is that tense. In goes the aggressive run by here by Cats. A nice one as well. He's hitting away 2 banelings in the corner there. That does not been spotted as of yet. He even chases those lings away from it. That is a nice little play indeed. A couple of banelings come out here. This could actually decide this game. If he gets 2 good connections with this, that could be an absolute disaster here for Suppy. Got Ling skirmish going on in the middle of the map right here. They all attempt to do a run by defensive banelings being morphed in at the ramp. In they come. Interception. He's found them though. Will he be able to make his way to the mineral line with those banelings? One goes off. Second one detonates. It will not do much. It takes down 1 drone. Bunch of damage otherwise. Not too bad, but not too great. He wanted to get both in there. That would have been a big deal, giving him a major economic advantage. Interestingly enough, is something not taking a 3rd base? I guess not. Did we see a cancel there from... Sorry, this is a very small mini-map. It's difficult for me to see. No, yeah, the Cats did take a 3rd. Ah, there is a 3rd coming up. It's just a lot later there for Suppy. Suppy, I thought, with a slight unit advantage, but evidently not. Cats is in a pretty good spot right now. Lot of banelings, though, from Suppy. Looking for a cancellation on the 3rd base. See if he can actually get it. He does get the successful cancellation. He needs to be very, very careful with the engagement right here. And there is the lag. Thanks, Twitch. That's very much appreciated. Come on, Twitch. Move. Just poke it. Poke it. Oh, I'm gonna switch this down to high, guys, because apparently Twitch can't do its job as usual. This is why I don't want GOM on Twitch TV. I'm sorry, like, Twitch is a good alternative, but it's not a great choice for everything, for, like, major tournaments. I'm looking for a way to syndicate, actually, for future events, because Twitch has done a lot of good things for me in the past, but honestly, it's not reliably enough at this stage. Alright, huge run by coming in right here from Cats. Really trying to do as much damage as he can. Baneling detonation goes off, but that 3rd is up for Cats. He hasn't been able to do anything with it yet, but it does give him that lava advantage if it continues to be a Ling-Baneling war. Most of the banelings, I think, were negated at this point. There's a big swell of lings coming across, though. He needs to get some banelings up pretty much immediately. That 3rd might end up getting cancelled. Well, not so much cancelled, just killed off immediately. Out come the lings. I'm not seeing any banelings here from Suppy as of yet. God, I wish he was streaming, and then I could actually watch it from there as well. That would be pretty amazing. In comes the engagement right there, which is something that Suppy looks like he is going to win, especially with the banelings coming across, reinforcements coming in as well. Slightly shorter rush distance here for the Cats Zerglings, so they will be able to get a little bit quicker. Wow, Cats with his banelings coming in right there. A couple of mutas actually snuck out there from Suppy. He made the transition on 2 bases there. Makes sense considering we saw the 4 gas up for him. But of course, we are casting from Cats' perspective, so a bit more difficult. Another great run by here by Cats. That's really, really nice. He's keeping Suppy on the defensive, which is awesome, considering Suppy just had that bigger, scarier army. Oh, nice interception there by Suppy. Takes out most of the lings. That 3rd's still alive, but it's not really doing much. Queen's coming across. It's going to be mostly macro hatch for the time being here. See if we can get a couple of spines up to actually defend it and really afford that. A lot of Queens on the field here for Cats as well. Now those banelings will be finally taken out. Another big run by coming in. The Mutalisks are out. What's the answer to the Mutas? Well, Spores, obviously. Seems like the best bet here, but... And he's got a decent number of Queens, but I don't think he's got enough really to deal with that number of Mutas. He goes up the mineral line again, gets mostly surrounded and killed off. Mutas come in, looking to try and take out the 3rd base. Does he get the cancellation on the 3rd base? He does not. So Suppy's 3rd base for the moment will be safe. We need to see some Spores, I think, from Cats quite quickly. The Queens might be enough, but Spores are just ion cannons these days against Mutas, so things are looking pretty good there, I gotta say. Nice, just everything from Cats right now. He's looking so solid. A lot of... Yeah, I think there actually are enough Queens. There's like 7 or 8 Queens for Cats here. That's enough to deal with that many Mutalisks. Yeah, he's got that. He's got that in the bag. The question is, can he keep doing damage to Suppy? Can he kill that 3rd base? He's done decent damage to it. He may be able to kill it with a run by. Gotta be a little bit careful. Look at that. It's under half health. That's a possibility here. Suppy kind of baits the trap, waits for Cats to come in again, goes for the big engagement, gets the better end of it for the most part, and then, of course, the Mutas fly over as well. The nice thing about what Cats is currently doing is it's keeping those Mutas out of the mineral lines and giving him a chance to prepare. Goes for the surround on the hatchery to do a little bit more damage, and then simultaneously runs into the natural as well. Cats is playing a good game right here. Suppy is really having to respond to everything he possibly can. He's not really getting a chance to dictate what's going on, which means more Queens, it means more Spores, and the Muta count isn't getting crazy high, although it could. Because otherwise, I'm not seeing a lot of gas being used by Suppy on anything. So, something to bear in mind there. More queens, more creep spread here. Good creep spread between that and the third base as well, so that's going to help against the mutas. Those mutas are just wishing they hadn't been born at this stage. With like 9 or 10 queens on the board here. That is pretty crazy. We'll, of course, be having a look at the ladder rankings after this game is concluded, because this is a big deciding game here. If Suppy doesn't have bonus pool and ends up losing ladder points, he could fall out of the qualification, and Cats could actually be he's in with a real chance here. Of course, there is a minigun game going on right now against Major as well, which is something that we definitely should check out. I would do that, but I can't trust Twitch to have 2 streams open simultaneously, so it might last for longer than that. We'll see. Mass Queen coming out right here from Cats. Obviously, Cats does not want to play a long game because he's still playing catch-up. He needs to win a couple more. The longer a game he plays, the worse this is actually going to get for him. So we really don't want to see that from Cats. He has loads of queens, but they're generally not conducive to killing stuff. They're only really good for defense. He might just go march with the queens across the map here, but he's dealing with his mutas right now that are menacing his third base. Cats, I think, with a pretty significant economic advantage here. There's the Zerg Ion Cannon firing. Goes in for it. That's a quick morph. A nice one as well. Transfuse on the drone. Sick play here from Cats. Very nice. Mining 6 gas. What's he going to do with it, though? What's his tech here? He's building a lot of queens. He's mining 6 gas, but I'm not really sure what he's doing with it. He's banked up a lot. He's got a roach warren coming up. So does he just flood roaches and try and kill him at that point? It's probably not a bad idea. There's no Spire here by looks of it for Cats, unless I'm actually missing it. Even that mining so much gas for roaches is a little strange. I wonder how much he can really bank up and just what kind of swell of roaches he can really go for. Those queens and that nice iron cannon and macro hatch comes up there. Maybe we just see that massive roach swell to try and kill him off. That would be pretty crazy. Queens are continuing to push creep forward here. Suppy does have now an unmolested third base. Hydras are on the field as well here for Cats. So big roach hydra push would probably help out. That explains all the gas as well. I was thinking, oh, really? So just going to go for roaches on 6 gas? That doesn't make a lot of sense. But yeah, with hydras, that absolutely does. What can I say, folks? Without a building tab, it's a little bit more difficult to keep track of what he's doing. What is Suppy doing behind this, though? Like, what's the transition for Suppy, if at all? Is he going to keep trying to push mutas and get the critical mass? It's potentially risky, especially if Infestors come out here from Cats, but we will see. As the upgrades coming up for the range weapons. Roach Hydra Queen is a very powerful army. And he's sitting pretty on 3 bases and making that work as well. He's spent a lot of gas on upgrades, a lot of gas on Hydralisks. And then once he does that, he can go with the macro hatch for a big swallow roaches and just go for this big push. Seems like a good idea. I'm fairly sure roach speed is done now. So that should help. I'm not sure if he built muscular augments. Sorry, Cats is moving too fast for me to keep track of right here. Another queen transfuse. That queen never dies. Absolutely not. March of the Queen's coming on right there. He's going for it. He's got some banelings in there. He's got a lot of hydras. He could reinforce with roaches across the map as well, which is probably his best course of action after that. Can Suppy resist this? Like, because most of Suppy's army has got to be in mutas at this point, which is going to be useless against that many queens. How many queens does he have? It's an absurd number. Really, really high. Mass Spine coming out here as a defensive measure. Interesting idea. Hydras come into play. The queens will be able to tank nicely against that, though, and the transfusers should keep them alive, so those spines will not last that long. I have a feeling Cats is going to take this one. Let's see the army come in. Banelings crashing into the roach line. That is, they're broken through as well, and a good detonation comes across here. Suppy invested a lot to make that happen. The queens are still up. I don't think this is enough. Suppy's getting pushed back here. March of the Queens inexorably goes on. More roaches being reinforced from the back here. Great transfusers once again. Not that many mutalisks left in the air. Infestors actually being deployed here. But, of course, roaches don't really care too much about fungal. They can live through that, no problem whatsoever. They bathe in that stuff on a regular basis. Missed fungal there, whiff from an increasingly desperate Suppy by the looks of it. The Queens will not stop. The Queens will never die. Reinforcements stream across the map right here for Cats as he continues with this big push. The roaches trying to do their best against his Queens, but they will not die. Loads of transfuse energy available here. This is desperate. Infested Terrans have now come down here for Suppy. Can Cats actually break it? Does he have the firepower? I think he does. With those roaches, absolutely. Suppy's in a lot of trouble. GG, ladies and gentlemen. Cats takes it. Oh, man. Where is the ladder now? Where is the ladder now? We've got to find that out. This is madness. I think Suppy might be in trouble here. Alright, I've got to find out who is doing what, basically. Minigun versus Major, I believe, is still going on. Suppy, by the looks of it, may have lost the rest of his bonus pool. That did give Cats an update. Let's have a look on the ladder. Let's see what information we can gather here. Alright, Grandmaster ladder. Uh-oh. Oh, this is huge for Suppy. Suppy just lost the rest of his bonus pool and fell below Cats and Minigun. That happened. Suppy is in big trouble now. He's gonna have to fight his way back here. Right now, here's what it looks like. Qualifications are Scarlet, Major, Masa, Huck, Hitman, DeMuslim, Cats. The Minigun chasing close behind. Suppy is currently... He's not out of the running yet. He can win another game and be right back in it. These are the guys we're looking at. DeMuslim is still okay, but if Cats wins another game, he could pass him. Scarlet, Major, Masa, Huck, Hitman, DeMuslim, Cats. And then, of course, Kane as champion of SHOUTcraft America Season 1. Let's go and have a look at Minigun's stream, folks. Let's go and have a look at that. This is getting crazy. Very intense from all of these guys at this point. Really cool to see. God, I wish I could do this every month. To be fair, though, that's what Blizzard is doing with WCS. Those wildcard things might actually really help here. Suppy's in a lot of trouble, man. Cats is in. He is currently in. Okay, let's see what we have to see here from Minigun. Cats is back in another game. I'm not sure who's playing, though. I actually missed that. Who's he playing now? Is he playing Suppy again? I think he's playing Suppy again. Oh, man, okay. Alright, well, we're gonna go and see if we can see what Minigun's doing, because I know he's streaming. I think he's still in the game with Major. Let's check if that's the case. Alright. Where is he? Minigun. Okay, excellent. Alright, yeah, Minigun is very much in game here. This is going on. It's gonna up the quality here, and we're gonna try and commentate the rest of Minigun's game. Alright, cool. Sweet. Hang on a minute, I'm gonna turn off chat first. There we go. Awesome. Turn it off. Fantastic. Alright, well, we're jumping into a game sort of halfway through here, about 21 minutes in. 4-base Protoss, actually, up against what looks to be a 3-base Major with Colossus Ball, Stalkers, Templar,